The Power of Self-Love. eBooks Voice. Chapter 1, The Awakening of Self-Love. Welcome to the beginning of your most powerful journey, rediscovering the love that has always lived within you. Self-love is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It is the foundation of a fulfilling life, healthy relationships, and true inner peace. In a world that constantly tells us to look outward for validation, we are here to turn inward. This chapter invites you to awaken to your intrinsic worth, your quiet strength, and your deep purpose. It's about peeling back the layers of doubt and fear to discover the radiant truth beneath, that you are already whole. Self-love is not something to earn or prove, it is something to reclaim. You were born deserving of love, including your own. As you begin this journey, remember that every act of kindness you show yourself is a sacred spark. Let this spark ignite your soul and guide you home to yourself. Chapter 2, Understanding what Self-Love Truly Means. Self-love is more than bubble baths and motivational quotes, it's the silent language you speak to yourself when no one is listening. It's how you treat yourself after a failure, the boundaries you set, and the dreams you dare to believe in. True self-love is unconditional. It doesn't wait for the perfect body, the perfect job, or the perfect partner. It accepts who you are in this very moment, flaws, fears, and all. To understand self-love is to understand that it is a practice, not a destination. It shows up in the choices you make each day, eating nourishing food, resting without guilt, saying no when something drains your energy. It's the voice that says, "You matter," even when the world seems to forget. It's also about being honest with yourself. Self-love does not mean ignoring your mistakes or pretending you don't have areas to grow. It means facing those truths with compassion instead of criticism. It's recognizing that you are a work in progress and still worthy of respect and gentleness. When you live with self-love, your outer world begins to reflect your inner value. Relationships become more fulfilling. Your goals align with your true desires. Life feels lighter, not because it's perfect, but because you've made peace with who you are. Chapter 3, The Myths and Misconceptions of Self-Love. Self-love is often misunderstood. Some think it's vanity, narcissism, or selfishness. But true self-love is none of these. It's not about believing you're better than others, it's about believing you're equal. It's not about putting yourself above others, it's about showing yourself the same kindness and respect you give to those you care about. There's also a myth that self-love means you never struggle. That you must always be confident, always happy, always positive. But real self-love holds space for pain, insecurity, and uncertainty. It doesn't demand perfection. It welcomes you, exactly as you are. The messy, the hurting, the healing you. Another misconception is that self-love must be earned. That only once you reach a certain level of success or physical appearance can you finally love yourself. But self-love is not a reward. It's a birthright. You are worthy of it just by existing. Some people fear that if they love themselves, they will become lazy or complacent. But the truth is, self-love is a powerful motivator. It inspires growth, not stagnation. When you love yourself, you take better care of your health, pursue your goals more passionately, and allow healthier relationships to blossom. This chapter invites you to challenge the beliefs you've been taught and embrace a new definition, one rooted in truth and wholeness. Let go of the lies. Self-love is not indulgent or excessive. It is the purest, most healing relationship you can have, and from it, everything else flows. Chapter 4, Overcoming Self-Doubt and Inner Criticism. Self-doubt and inner criticism are the greatest barriers to self-love. They creep into your thoughts and whisper, "You're not good enough," or "You'll never succeed." These voices don't come from truth, they come from fear. In this chapter, we take the power back from those voices and replace them with truth and compassion. The first step to overcoming self-doubt is recognizing it. Pay attention to the patterns in your inner dialogue. When you make a mistake, do you call yourself a failure? When you receive praise, Do you brush it off or feel undeserving? These moments reveal where your inner critic hides. That inner critic was often formed in childhood, shaped by experiences, expectations, or hurtful words from others. You may have internalized negative beliefs without even realizing it. But just because you inherited those thoughts doesn't mean you have to keep them. You can choose a new voice. One powerful practice is personifying your inner critic. Give it a name. Visualize what it looks like. This helps separate you from the voice. You are not your critic. You are the one observing it. Once you create that separation, you can talk back to it. Speak to your critic like a protective guardian. I hear you, but you are not in charge. Or, thank you for trying to keep me safe, but I choose to grow. These simple shifts disarm the power of those thoughts. Another technique is to keep a proof journal. Every time you do something that scares you, take a risk, or receive positive feedback, write it down. Over time, this journal becomes your evidence against self-doubt. It reminds you that you can trust yourself. Also, talk to yourself as you would a friend. If a loved one made a mistake, would you call them stupid or worthless? Of course not. You'd offer kindness. You deserve that same kindness. Affirmations are vital here too. When said consistently, they rewire the brain. Try, I am enough as I am. My voice matters. I am learning and growing every day. Even if it feels awkward at first, repetition makes it familiar, and familiarity breeds belief. Remember, perfection is not the goal. Progress is. You don't have to silence your inner critic overnight. You only need to reduce its volume and increase the volume of your truth. Your truth is this: you are capable. You are worthy. And your past does not define your future. Every step you take towards silencing self-doubt is a victory. Keep walking. Your self-trust will grow. Your confidence will rise. And with time, the voice of self-love will become louder than the critic ever was. Chapter 5, Building Healthy Boundaries. Boundaries are not walls, they're bridges to deeper self-respect and more authentic relationships. Without boundaries, we overextend, people please, and lose touch with ourselves. This chapter helps you define, set, and honor boundaries that protect your peace and prioritize your self-worth. To begin, understand what a boundary is. It's a limit that defines what is acceptable and unacceptable in your life. It can relate to time, energy, space, emotions, communication, and more. Healthy boundaries are expressions of self-love because they honor your needs. Start by identifying where you feel drained, resentful, or uncomfortable. These feelings are signals. Do you say yes when you mean no? Do you feel responsible for others' emotions? These patterns suggest boundary violations. Next, clarify what you need. This may feel unfamiliar, especially if you've been conditioned to put others first. But you're allowed to have needs. You're allowed to take up space. Write a list of your non-negotiables, what you need to feel safe, respected, and valued. Once you're clear, it's time to communicate. Boundaries must be spoken to be honored. Use I statements and keep them simple. For example, I'm not available to talk after 9 p.m. Or, I need time to think before committing. You don't need to apologize for having boundaries. Your needs are valid. Expect some pushback, especially if others are used to you having none. That discomfort doesn't mean your boundary is wrong, it means it's working. Stand firm. You're not being rude, you're being real. Enforcing boundaries takes practice. You may slip up or second guess yourself. That's okay. Keep choosing yourself. Over time, your confidence will grow. And as you uphold your boundaries, you teach others how to treat you. Boundaries also include self-boundaries. Are you overworking? Skipping meals? Ignoring your emotions? Create limits with yourself that reflect care. For example, I will log off work by 6 p.m. or, I will rest when I'm tired. When you set healthy boundaries, you become a better version of yourself. You're more present, more energized, more authentic. You're not living from obligation, you're living from alignment. And remember, saying no to others is saying yes to yourself. You are worthy of protection. You are worthy of peace. Let your boundaries be the brave, loving declarations of your worth. Chapter 6, Daily Habits for Self-Love. Self-love isn't found in grand gestures, it lives in the small, everyday choices you make for yourself. Your habits shape your identity, and when you consistently choose actions that nourish your mind, body, and spirit, you build a life that reflects your worth. This chapter dives deep into daily practices that foster self-connection and self-worth. Start your mornings with intention. Before reaching for your phone, place your hand on your heart and say something kind to yourself. Try, I am enough, or today, I choose peace. This small moment sets the tone for your day. It tells your brain and heart that you are your first priority. Nourish your body with care. What you eat, how you move, and how you rest directly reflect your relationship with yourself. Choose food that fuels and energizes you. Move in ways that feel joyful, not punishing. Dance, stretch, walk, or rest. And never underestimate the power of sleep. Rest is not lazy. Rest is sacred. Journaling is another powerful habit. Each day, write down 3 things you're proud of, even if they seem small. Celebrate the micro wins. Over time, you'll see your confidence build and your self-talk shift from criticism to compassion. Protect your energy by checking in with yourself. Ask, how do I feel right now? What do I need? This pause lets you reconnect with your body and emotions instead of running on autopilot. When you honor your feelings, you honor your truth. Affirmations can rewire the way you think. Speak them aloud, even when you don't believe them yet. Say, I deserve love. I trust myself. I am worthy of good things. Your mind believes what it hears often enough. Limit time around negativity. Whether it's toxic social media, draining environments, or unkind people, create space for what uplifts you. Protect your mental environment as much as you do your physical one. Your peace is priceless. Practice gratitude. Each evening, reflect on what went well. Gratitude trains your brain to notice abundance over lack, progress over problems. It grounds you in the present and reminds you of your inner richness. Finally, be patient with yourself. Change doesn't happen overnight. Start with one habit. One loving action a day. Let it grow. Self-love is a lifelong journey, not a destination. With consistency, these habits will shift your internal world and your outer life will follow. Chapter 7, Embracing Your Whole Self. To truly love yourself, you must embrace all of yourself, not just the parts that are praised or pretty, but also the messy, uncertain, and complex parts. This chapter is an invitation to step into wholeness by accepting your full humanity. You are not broken. You are beautifully layered. Your imperfections are not flaws, they are fingerprints of your individuality. When you hide your quirks, your scars, or your struggles, you deny the world the real you. And the real you is worthy. Start by embracing your body. Your body is not an ornament, it's your home. Treat it with gratitude. Whether it's curvy, slender, strong, soft, scarred, or aging, it is worthy of love. Speak kindly to it. Touch it with care. Move it with joy. Thank it for carrying you through every moment of life. Honor your emotions. Don't shame yourself for feeling too much or not enough. Emotions are messengers, not enemies. Joy, sadness, anger, fear all have wisdom to offer. Let them in. Listen. Feel. Then let them pass through like waves. Knowing none of them define you. Embrace your story. Your past does not diminish your worth. It has shaped your strength. Instead of hiding your struggles, share them with courage. They are proof of your resilience. You're not alone in your pain, and your healing may be someone else's hope. Celebrate your uniqueness. The way you laugh, think, love, and create, these are gifts. Stop comparing. Comparison shrinks your spirit. You were not made to blend in. You were made to shine in your own way. Perfection is an illusion. Wholeness comes when you release the need to perform or prove. You don't need fixing. You need embracing. Accept your duality, the light and the shadow, the strength and the softness. This is where real self-love blooms. Practice looking at yourself in the mirror, not to judge, but to see. Gaze into your own eyes. Say, "I love you." Say it again. It may feel strange at first, but with time, it becomes healing. That reflection is not your enemy. It's your ally. Embracing your whole self doesn't mean you stop growing, it means you stop rejecting who you are right now. Growth is rooted in acceptance, not self-hatred. You evolve better from a place of love. So breathe deep. Stand tall. And take up space in this world with all of you unapologetically, beautifully, boldly whole. Chapter 8, Living a Life Rooted in Self-Love. Self-love is not a final goal, it's a daily rhythm. A quiet, unwavering choice to honor yourself, believe in your worth, and protect your peace. In this final chapter, we return to where we began, back to you. Living a life rooted in self-love means you no longer abandon yourself to be accepted. It means you don't seek permission to exist fully. You are the approval. You are the foundation. With self-love at your core, your decisions align with your truth, and your life becomes an authentic expression of who you are. You'll still face challenges. The world won't always mirror your worth. But when self-love is your anchor, the storms don't sink you, they shape you. You bounce back stronger, because you know where your strength lies, inside. Be your own safe space. Speak to yourself with kindness. Stand up for your needs. Let your boundaries be firm and your heart be soft. Return to your practices, your affirmations, your journaling, your rest. These are not luxuries, they are your lifelines. And always remember, you are worthy. Not for what you achieve, but simply because you are. That truth will carry you forward into a life of purpose, peace, and unapologetic joy. Your journey of self-love is just beginning. Keep going. You are the miracle you've been waiting for.